Alright, ready to start this thing?
Let's do it. Let's go.
Woohoo, woohoo, woohoo.
Alright, where are the show notes again? I just want to pull them up.
Hey everybody, welcome to the episode 2 of the Lab podcast, the Lab Report. We're here today with Dinodan Broseph Rainplosion, and me, Vanilla. We're here to talk to you guys. First on the docket, we're going to be talking about ourselves. We're going to get to know each other. We already know each other, but you're going to get to know us. We're going to talk about some of our history and some things going on in the local scene lately of TFT. We're going to do a live tier list here today. We're going to play one mini game. I hope you have fun while we do that. And then we have a big announcement towards the end of our episode today. With that being said, Broseph, why don't you introduce yourself?
Alright, hi everyone. My name is Broseph. Some of you may know me as the guy who griefs Setsuko on stream every time I'm in his lobby. But otherwise, I'm a TFT player. I've been playing since set 3.5. Is this the part where we go over like how long we've been playing TFT,
Yeah,
that kind of stuff?
say anything about yourself.
Alright, bet. So I'll let you know how I've gotten here as a TFT player. I started off not playing TFT. I was like a League player, Hearthstone player, back just before COVID hit. I played a lot of Hearthstone, a lot of League, and then when COVID hit, I had one of my friends introduce me to TFT. He was like Gold Star Guardian one trick. He taught me the ways of jamming Syndra on. I think yeah, jamming 3 cost Syndra every game, and then from there I became a mech player. But after that, fell in love with the game. I got masters in a month, and then I just kept playing after that. I didn't really play super competitively until maybe middle of set four, late set four. I think that's when I hit challenger for the first time, and then I got to meet a bunch of other people through the TFT scene. I remember one of the first people I watched in the TFT community was Ramkev. I joined his community, met all the nice people there, learned a lot about the game, and got a lot better throughout. And a little bit after that, in set seven, I joined the lab, and it's been history ever since then. So yeah, that's a bit about me. Let's now hear from who wants to go next. Rain Explosion, how about you?
Hey, I'm Rain. I guess a lot of you probably know about me. I started playing in set 4, hit Masters, and then quit forever because I was trying to demote to Diamond. And then I started playing again in set 6. Late set 6, I then got okay at the game in set 7, and I went to Worlds, made World Finals.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
And then fell off the cliff for bits, but I'm back in competitive scene now, and we're going back to Worlds this set.
Oh
That
shit. Giga Chad. I'll go next. Hey, I'm Vanilla. I had a decent tourney run this last set in set 9. Other than that, I used to suck. And I pretty much do still suck. So hopefully I make KDA Cup. I'll go. Alright, Dan, your turn.
all right. Hi, I'm Dan or Dino Dan. I've been playing TFT since the beginning. Honestly, even before that, I was playing Dota Auto Chess. So basically, as long as auto battlers have been a thing, I've been playing them. Uh, I got competitive in set 3 was when I hit Challenger for the first time, and I've been okay to bad at the game
Nah, you're
ever
a beast. You're
since.
a beast. You're a beast. Trust.
Um, yeah, I met most of the people in the lab between sets 5 and 7, and we've just slowly been adding more people into our group since.
I kind of did a
Yeah,
half-assed
Dan
intro.
basically
But
all good. Yep, Dan basically like founded the lab for what it's worth. Uh,
I was like Nick Fury of the Avengers.
holy.
Dan, do you want to tell
And
us about
now,
like the origins?
Yeah, sure. So the original group I actually wasn't part of. It was Maki, DK, and then AGS and Clutch. They were a 4v4 team back in set 4.5. But in set 5, AGS ended up quitting the game and they needed a fill. And I had been talking to Maki a bit on ladder. Uh, we had bonded over some weeb stuff or whatever, because back then his name was like a reference to a game I played. Anyway, and then Maki just randomly hit me up one day, like, "Hey, we need a fill for 4v4," and then uh, that's when I first started like talking to other high elo people in the community. Before that, I had pretty much been just playing on my own or with my IRL friends who are a lot lower elo than me. Um, and then I would say set 7 when we met Rain and Broseph is when like we actually started like expanding and like meeting new people and adding more people to the group, and it's just kind of been going from there.
One thing I like to say, the lab started as a 4v4 group, but like we've played some 4v4s recently, and I think the lab currently sucks at 4v4s.
We're
Like,
so bad.
we
at
are
4v4.
so
We
incredibly
played
bad
in like
at
some
4v4s.
BR, some Brazilian run competitions at 4v4, and those Brazilians actually shit on us. It's actually crazy.
Yeah,
Like
not
we just
close.
have the kid running it down, and then we're just playing the game, going like 6, 7, 8. The
No,
other
these
3
Brazilian
spots.
players are kind of crazy. Like
No,
we
no,
just
they're
get
so
rolled
good
every
at
single
4v4.
time.
Like every Brazilian team is actually insane.
Yeah, I think like for BR, this is second-hand knowledge, but like I think they actually probably 4v4 pretty like highly as a competitive event. So there's a lot of like BR people who actually play 4v4s. And then like, yeah, we kind of suck.
And there's
That's
us.
okay. We're going through the training arc, 4v4 training arc.
Yeah, it's like it's completely different. Like the strategy is completely different in that game in 4v4.
Okay, so one thing we get asked a lot in the lab is about these numbers. And as you see on the screen right now, we have 002 Dinodan, 003 Broseph, 004 Rainplosion, and 013 Vanilla. So for those of you who don't know, and you were listening to the intro of today's podcast, we have some music from the anime Steins Gate, which is what it's actually based on. We're not really scientists or anything even close to that. We're a bunch of fucking losers.
Except for
No,
Molly.
we're
Molly's
scientists.
actually a scientist. Molly's actually a scientist.
Molly's a scientist, true.
Maki and Dan are scientists.
Oh yeah, so how it started is me and Maki were the original 001 and 002. It was in set 7. I think someone had a question about like whether Cannoneer procs could crit, and we basically went into like the 2v0 PvE game mode, which rest in peace doesn't exist anymore, and we literally just like tested like IE Corki versus no IE Corki and like doing the math on the damage, and then basically from there we like started testing more and more interactions, and then we jokingly started calling ourselves like lab member 001, lab member 002 as like a Steins Gate reference, and then from there it just kind of became a thing.
I
I'm pretty
remember
sure
when
the.
You go.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Okay, so I think the most insane thing they did is that we made like a lab spreadsheet so we could record all the times Urgot
That's
dropped
what I was about to
things.
mention. That's exactly what I
Yeah,
was about to mention.
threat
Yeah.
Urgot. All like threat Urgot, we had to record every time it dropped gold and every time it dropped a component to figure out how often it dropped gold versus a component. And the end was like we ended up with the conclusion that about a quarter of the time it dropped a component and 3/4 of the time it dropped gold. But it turned out that there was a split table for one star Urgot and 2 star
And
Urgot.
2-star Urgot, yeah.
So it's just an average of like whatever the fuck happened.
Also,
In our
I would like
games.
to say that griefed the entire PvE, because the entire PvE, like I was trying to play the game, and then like someone comes my board and it's like, oh, you have an Urgot? Oh, did it drop gold? Did it drop gold? Did it drop
How
gold?
much gold did it drop exactly? How many components have you been dropped?
The entire PvE, like the entire PvE was unplayable because like I play anything on my board and I just got like the people sitting coming over, like even when I'm not a call, they're just like typing hello. Did it drop gold? Did it drop gold? And that's how that PvE went.
What other things have we tested? I know there's at least one other thing that has been through the gauntlet like that.
The big wait. Okay, so this is a bit after like the founding of like the lab, but we tested the Mordekaiser bug, the crit Mordekaiser. Basically,
Oh,
like, if you looked in the stats for last set's Mordekaiser, if you looked at JG, it sucked. JG looked like it sucked, but like we didn't know why. We theorized that there was some kind of crit bug. We basically, or one day I observed that, or maybe it wasn't just me, but like it wasn't just me.
This
but
guy's the Mordekaiser one trick. It was
I played a lot of Mordekaiser in that set.
wait, I think it was me. I think this one was actually me.
Wait, really? I think, or there was some kind of observation, but one thing that I observed is that full crit Mordekaiser never crit on his attack, or it did crit, but the damage it was only a visual crit. It was a fake crit, so the damage was as if it didn't crit, because JG Mordekaiser when it crit is supposed to do more damage than Rabadon's Mordekaiser, but it was just not doing as much damage. So we tested it, and then we realized that it was bugged, that it did basically less damage if you built crit on it compared to like any other item. And then what Rain realized was if the auto attack, like the physical damage part crit, the magic part could not crit. So you just griefed all your magic damage if you built any magic crit on that guy until they patched it.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
I think
probably the biggest
I think we
discovery.
were the ones who fixed it actually.
Yeah, we were the ones who caught, because no one, like, people, like, challenger players generally knew that it was bad, but couldn't explain exactly why. It was us who, like, got the recording, sent it over to Indigo in the server, who watched it and realized that, like, yeah, they're right about how and why Mordekaiser is bugged like that.
Yeah, I remember you
Yeah, can you
sending
believe it?
the.
There was like infinite people trying to test it out.
Yeah,
Through
you
like
sent like the
one.
screenshot with like all your math underneath to Nico. It
Yeah.
was very meticulous.
And that's how that got fixed for just in time for regionals, I'm pretty sure.
Fixed.
Holy.
Oh, that regionals though.
Oh, why?
There were some
no
other
trying
things to
regionals.
fix that patch.
Nah, they were not fixing Vel'Koz, unfortunately.
Sadly.
Saj, we should have found a Vel'Koz bug.
The bug was
lab
his
did that.
sanity is too high.
I actually joked about that a lot in lobby 2. Like I was like, can we find a Vel'Koz bug?
I was down.
Saj.
There's a guy who like. Do you remember the guy who said like I'm going to bug abuse this game, and then he wouldn't say what the bug was. I messaged him after the game in hopes that it was a Vel'Koz bug,
Nah.
but
Wait,
it
who was
turned out
this?
to just. Dude, I don't even remember. It was
Was this in a
like
tournament?
no,
It
it was
was
just on ladder.
they thought that 7 Noxus with the
With
Noxian
Lotus.
execute augments, I think.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
No, it might have been Lotus. I don't remember.
Oh no, it was like
But
Nasus. If Nasus can spell crit with 7 Noxus and the augment, his like the execute threshold was way higher than it was supposed to be or something.
I cannot confirm that was an actual bug because I DM'd Mort Dog and he was like, yeah, I'll go test it, and then he never got back to me. I'm pretty sure. I'm
He
pretty
never
sure.
tested it.
I'm pretty sure what happened was that nobody gave a shit about the bug, like if it even existed or not. Because like, who the fuck is building seven Noxus spell crit Nasus with specifically the execute Noxus bug?
Yeah, like if that happens, GG, you won.
But yeah, I was frantically messaging him, like praying it was something related to Vel'Koz for regionals.
We basically outed ourselves as a bunch of bug catchers, and that's what we do in the lab apparently. Okay.
Holy.
So I have a question then for everybody. Set 10 has just started. The KDA Cup is the first tournament. It's coming up pretty soon. Cutoffs are happening very soon. How do you guys think you're gonna do in the tournament season this set? Like, what's your peak you think you're gonna pull off? What are you afraid of happening? Anything like that?
Okay, bro. I am notorious for getting day one at every tournament, except for DSG. That's like the one tournament, and like some PvE tournaments or like some grassroots tournaments. But at DSG, I think just the thing for that patch is I had a pretty good grasp of that patch, and I felt very confident in what I was supposed to play. How I was supposed to play those lines. Obviously, there was still like pretty big mistakes I was making, but I was confident in my ability to play on that patch, and I think it showed with like the diversity of comps I was able to play and how well I was able to play them. I think for KDA Cup, oh god, this thing needs to
I have a
click. It
question.
is not
When,
clicking
when
yet.
you went
Bro,
into
okay.
DSG, were you
Yeah.
did you end up playing the same as you thought you were going to? Because I feel like sometimes when you go into a tournament, your meta read shifts like halfway through the day.
Oh, I felt like I basically executed the strategy I thought I was going to do, right? So, like, if you get a TF spot, you play TF, you try to bully other people off playing TF. But you can play a variety of other things. You can play, like, there are some reroll lines available. There's, like, Graves and Kale and Neela, a few lines like that. Uh, I basically ended up playing, like, the comps I thought were strong. I played a pretty wide variety of them, maybe even a little bit wider than I thought I would play. And, yeah, I think I played mostly what I thought I would play. I think my meta read I was a little bit off about Earth. Not that I didn't think it was strong, but I didn't know how to play it very well by the time the tournament started. So
You
yeah,
avoided
I
it?
mostly played what I thought. Yeah, I mostly avoided it, and even when I got into checkmate, I didn't try to play Earth, even though looking in hindsight, it was the correct thing to try to do. Even if I didn't know how to play that line super well, because it's really hard to win when 5 other people are also trying to win without Earth.
What were you gonna say, Rain?
Yeah, I think you're.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, so first off, I think like your strategy for that tournament was like pretty spot on for the meta it was on. Like I don't think you played like every single available line, but like honestly, I'm just gonna say it again. I think Broseph was like probably possibly the best player on that day.
Oh, thank you.
But unfortunately, it's checkmates and not by point total. So VG. Next time,
Unfortunately,
It
it's
actually is
Joanna
crazy.
can
You
just do it.
gapped in points. Like you had so many points that day.
Yeah, I got. It wasn't 50 points. Was it? It wasn't 50
I
points.
think it was 47.
It's 47 points. It was like 42 or something.
But the other thing I'm gonna say is, Broseph, what the fuck happened to your LP?
What do you
This
mean? It
sucks.
just hasn't gone. It just has. It just hasn't gone up yet. It goes.
Okay,
I can't
Vanilla, if you
talk.
pull
No,
it,
I
if you
can't
can pull
talk.
it
I
up
can't talk.
on stream, if you pull it on stream though, no,
Let's
this
take
guy
a
has
gander.
steadily, over the past 5 days, like steadily climbed further and further down from 800
Hold
LP.
up. I have not been able to play very many
Soon,
games the past 5 days.
soon this guy will no longer be challenger.
No, I was actually doing fine, and I went 7788 or some shit like that, and that's because I got too disillusioned about the patch.
Disillusion.
If you mean doing fine, if by doing fine you mean you averaged a 5 before going 7788, then sure.
Yeah, and then I averaged a 5 after, surely.
So he was
Probably
treading
it.
water and then he started
No, don't worry.
drowning.
If it okay, to answer the rest of Vanilla's question, if it clicks and I can make cutoff or I can get close, I'm pretty sure I'm good for tournament.
Yeah, I mean we've got some time to prep, and I mean that's what the lab for is for, right? It's time to giga prep together and get it together in time for the tournaments.
Yeah, I ran down like 200 yesterday, so agreed. Sad. I'll go now. I'll talk about my tournament expectations. So last set was a blast being able to pop off in the relative manner that I did, and it's a high that I'm gonna chase and try to surpass every set. I'll be honest, like I'm a lot less in my wheelhouse compared to what I was during set 9, which was very like call your shot on 2-1 and play it. So step 1, make day 1. Except I honestly am pretty confident that I'll do well in day 1 and 2 of every cup that I play in. Like I think I have a good mentality about how to play for advancing throughout the days, and I know I don't tilt. It's just a matter of like can I actually clutch out a tournament this time? That's my goal. Like if I can get to another day 4 or another final lobby, if I can just not shit the bed and yeah. Like my regionals and my mid set day 3 were like so bad. And those are things that like haunt me honestly, like when I think about them, like, and I do think about them a lot. So if I'm in that spot again, like I'm gonna make the most of it.
Yeah, I just gotta play pretty good in high roll. Those are the two things.
I mean, I'm pretty good at high rolling. I am a known high roller, so
He's
if I
good
get
at
the
high
spots
roll,
again, like I'm not gonna waste
Dude,
them.
this guy was in his failure cup run, his first failure cup run. Like he was playing Vel'Koz before most people thought Vel'Koz was good. He had a Vel'Koz box every fucking game, and then got like 35 points on day 2.
07 Vel'Koz, and then it became so meta that I didn't play it. Sad.
Yeah, it was also a different Vel'Koz, or it was not different Vel'Koz. It was also like the previous set 9.
Yeah,
right?
it
Yeah,
was
the
it was
structure
on
was
9,
different.
9-0.
Before the whole Galio.
Before the buff the same comp 40
Demacia.
ways and then play Radiant Gargoyles.
Yeah. It was a different comp back then.
I didn't play it that much in like I didn't play that much Vel'Koz in Shurima or mid set.
Yeah, I think
was
after it
primarily
changes,
Yasuo
like
in
the new
mid-set.
Vel'Koz.
I think they gutted the comp. I think they nerfed the comp, but
Mhm.
a little bit after that, yeah.
Okay,
I guess I'll go next.
Okay,
Oh,
go ahead. Oh, I'll go.
Okay.
So basically, I haven't like super try-harded for competitive since basically set 7, mostly a combination of IRL stuff, mostly school. So I'd like to get back into form this set and like actually like consistently make the tournaments. I've mostly just been playing ladder for the past 2 full sets basically. I mean, I didn't even really play set 7.5 either, so I just like to get back into the swing of things and get used to playing in tournaments again.
So when was the last tournament you were in? Like last cup?
Dragon Cup 7.5.
That's a while
Dragon
ago.
Cup.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Holy.
I
Wait,
basically
Wow.
yeah. And Rain, do you want to go?
So in my case, I think I'm still confident about my tournament chances. My solo queue hasn't been like amazing. But I've been climbing it back up, and I think I have a decent shot of making the day 3 cutoff. For what it's worth, I took like a week break from TFT after Vegas just because like I don't even want to say I was burned out, much as like if feel like as of 2 weeks ago, it felt like the next TFT event was like so long in the future. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna take a break and then like get that hunger back in me. So like now I'm started for TFT and ready to study up and then climb back up the ladder. Um, but I think I've like improved my own like study methodology a lot. I think I've gotten a lot better at like improving at TFT. So I have a lot of confidence in myself for the next tournament for KDA Cup.
With your set 7 run, were you like do you have like mentality takeaways or things that you have not been able to like mentally achieve in like in the last two sets? Does that make sense what I'm asking? Like was there like a state
Yeah,
of
yeah.
focus?
So like obviously I had more of an edge in set 7. Like I frankly cleared regionals. I think I went top 3 every single day. And along with Kyvix, I like gapped everyone in points at Worlds like day 1 and 2. I placed second as well. I think a lot of that is that players have just straight up gotten a lot better.
That's for sure.
Like in set 7, I think I was one of the best loss streakers in the game. And I was also very, very flexible about what I was willing to play. I often ended up that I like played Lagoon or Brave Seraphine because it was one of the more dominant comps. But like in that meta, I was like compared to like the peers around me, I was a very flexible player. I was willing to play many different comps. And I think a lot of why like it's harder for me to do well right now is frankly
Everyone
people
can do
just
that.
everyone can do that. Yeah, like a lot of people are so good at playing flex. A lot of people are so good at have gotten a lot better at loss streaking. Loss streaking is like getting more and more optimized. Okay, right now the ladder is just a shit show.
More
Like loss
optimized.
We'll talk
I,
about that next.
I
Loss streak.
I don't wanna call this like an optimized form of a loss streak, but like in a meta where loss streak is like steadily less popular, I think like my advantage in that area is less because like people have just gotten better as the sets have gone on. Cause I mean unless the player base gets wholly replaced, which I don't think it is, like people are just gonna be naturally better and better at a game as it goes on, and you have to seek out like different advantages and different areas like of strength.
Especially early game things like that, like there's way less options of like actions you can even take. So everybody just does the same things anyway. Like open fort. Speak of the devil, we are in quite a meta right now, guys.
Yeah.
You having fun?
Well, I don't think it's even
It
that bad
is.
anymore.
I actually
Okay,
think
like,
I actually think the meta is really
I think it's
fun,
not even that
but
bad.
it is a bit degenerate.
like right now, a lot of people like to open fort, but like it's not even that consistent. I don't know what kind of lobbies you've been seeing. I've not played that many games the last 2 days, but like I think people don't like generally open fort when they're like, people often open fort when they're supposed to, but they'll play their strongest boards, which is what I think I need to do more of. Because for a period of about 3 days, I found success open forting every game, and then it stopped working. So I should maybe this is just variance. I should probably stop doing that.
I think the problem with like the meta right now is that like slightly too many people open for it. In a spot where like it should be correct for you to like soft open, like like hold on to a few like chosen like key units and prepare for a mid game transition. It becomes very hard to do that because you can't maintain like a full loss streak. I think like that's what the meta fucks over the most right now. Like people who like really want to hold on to certain units, like if you have like 2 out of 3 heart steal or like you have like 2 jaxes that you want to hold on to for the mid game. And then you oftentimes you like can go like loss win loss win loss, which means you probably just got pulled.
GG.
Uh,
I haven't seen a meta where so many people like normally somebody will like win 2 rounds, then they'll lose a round, and then they just full open now. But before, like I don't think I'd ever seen anybody do that with the consistency that people do it now. Like it happens every game. Like the second you lose a round in stage 2, it's just okay, in the trash. Who cares?
I'd like to say that I've been doing this since the dawn of the dinosaurs. Like I have been like hard forcing streaks since so like I'm just saying I was ahead of the meta.
Yeah.
And I mean to be fair, I think that like is a more optimized form of like econ management. It makes your mid game much more challenging, but like maybe this is just the end game of TFT. Oh, one thing I saw in lobby 2, there's a small chance that the end game of TFT, like the end state of TFT, if like it was purely played by AI, is that on stage 2, like 6 people just straight up don't buy units at all, and they win trade each other losses.
Yeah, and then if
That makes
if you're not
sense.
one, and then the top two just contest win streak.
Also,
I thought
I'm
about that.
leaking the secret tech. I'm leaking the secret tech. If you get in the dummy portal, if
That's not
if
secret.
eight people,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
if
If
people
everybody
agree
opens.
to not buy units, every single fight is a tie, which means that every single player lose, which means you can technically have 8 people all on 5 loss streak, with 95 HP.
No, but like you
And you
gain
play
an
the
advantage.
longest stage 2 known to man.
I mean, it's not. Wait, it's not any longer than the current stages twos we play on that galaxy, because on that galaxy, there'll actually be 3 or 4 people who open anyways, which means that a lot of the times you do have a full.
They don't
night,
go to full tie.
full night left.
These would all have to stall out the full tie every round.
For every time, yeah. There's not a full tie every round, but there should be. I think on that galaxy there actually should be a full tie every round.
I feel
Or
like
close to it.
people probably don't know about that because I feel like that
People
would
don't click on it.
incentivize a
People
lot
don't
of
click
people
on the
to click on it if they knew
Yeah,
about
people
it.
don't click on that galaxy. I mean, I would click on it. I actually click on it now for that reason.
Holy. So you can
So
one trade lock.
a lot more units can solo 1-3 on that galaxy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Basically
I think most
everything.
backliners can.
Every backline,
Yeah.
yeah. Spicy. What do you guys think about like the late game meta? What boards are you gravitating towards? I know for me, like I love this Ezreal board. I love slamming Even Shroud. If I have an IE, like that's what I'm juiced about.
Even Shroud's just good. Like I've learned on level 9, you need to get, if you're on level 9, you have to get out these Sentinels. If you're still playing Sentinels, you fucking lose the game. You have to
I'm
play your
used to every
sets,
true
you have to play
damage
your
board for
alloys,
sure.
you have to play your either play your
Yorick's, your Threshes.
get those units in, and then you have a beast frontline. If you don't have that, you're playing like, even like Echo Blitz is like the minimum required eligible frontline, and anything worse than that is just really bad late game.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I kind of have like a different read on the meta, which I denied that initially. I initially thought that like Sentinel Ari and that like AD Flex were like A S tier strategies, but more and more I think that Fast 8 is the lore. Every single game you look for a real spot if you can, or an uncontested real spot if you can, and if you can like find uncontested Jax or UNA or country, then you just take your line, and then if you can't, then you try to play some version of Fast 8 with like, Even Shroud, i.e. Red buff, maybe blue buff. Or the Ari Sentinel comp with like Blue Nashers, whatever. But the
How
thing is,
soon do
I
you
think
think?
with Fast 8, unless you can go 9, you're capped at like a third at best if you high roll. And your range of placements is somewhere between like 3rd through 7th. So I just don't
Yeah.
like the strategy.
Yeah. How soon do you think you need to decide if you're gonna play for Fast 8? Because I think there's some items that are a lot better for Fast 8 compared to trying to reroll. I think, like actually for the AD lines that's not necessarily true. But if you're going to commit to Fast 8 RE, you're gonna need HP somewhere. You're gonna have to slam a blue and Nashers, that kind of stuff at some point in the game.
Yeah,
Right?
I mean, I think you have to decide by 3-1. Usually 3-1. Maybe you could just like sack till 3-2, but even that little bit of HP like on 3-1 from not slamming items can oftentimes cost you. So
Finding a spot to play Ari is so weird for me because like I feel like with like the red buff even shroud IE kind of lines, like you can at least play for like 3 different units, like the Caitlyn as Akali type boards. But like with Ari, you're basically stuck rolling for that one carry because like no one else uses blue Nashers. Like it's so hard for me to like know when to commit to the line.
Yeah.
Ari's definitely unique because like I think she's the most stable version of the level 8 boards aside from
On
true
one
damage
star.
stat, but she's also the most like limited in that like her items are so unique. You can like kind of replace Nashers with red buff, so you could still like technically make blue Nashers or blue red and like play for uh one of Ari, Ezreal, and Akali. But
It's just bad.
it's
The
an
issues is just not
inconsistent
very good.
strategy. Nashers is just really, really good on Ari. Um Sometimes you just have to commit on like 2-3, grab the tier and like say fuck it, pray no one can fest.
Yeah.
Since we're talking about items, do you guys want to jump into the tier list?
Yeah. Fuck it. Pull it up.
All right, let's bring it up. All right, do you want me to? Can you guys look at the stream, or do you want me to stream that as well in here?
We can look at the stream.
Okay,
Stream's
bet.
fine.
I'll pull up the stream.
We'll be on 10-second delay, but it's okay.
All right. So we're just talking about blue buff. Do you want to start there? I'm pretty sure blue buff is a clean S tier item.
I think blue buff,
Agreed.
IE, red buff, even shroud can all just like get an S
Yeah,
tier.
yeah, those without
Yeah,
explanation.
You know what the odd thing is? This is Ezreal VIS, but I don't think Ezreal is S tier.
Yeah, yeah. You are
Like
exactly.
the all these items are S tier because they either provide so much flex or so much like strength to your board that they belong in here. But if you actually build all 4 of these items, you actually end up with with like an A tier comp.
Yeah, like the blue buff makes Ez or Ari. The IE makes any AD comp. Red
It
buff is
makes
good on everything.
Samira, it makes Yone,
Yeah,
it makes
it makes Samira,
Caitlyn, it
Yone,
makes Ezreal.
Caitlyn, Ezreal, Riven, Jhin.
Hmm.
Or Riven's not. Riven
Riven's
doesn't need
less
IE
good with
first.
IE compared to the
Yeah,
others,
yeah,
but like
yeah.
you can use IE and Riven.
And then
And red
red
buff
buff
is just
goes.
good on every board.
Everything.
It's good in every board, and it's like passable in RE. It's not great in RE, but it's good enough.
How would you guys rank something like Crown Guard, where it's like not an S tier item, but like you're building it every game to kill Rod?
Like it's
I think
between B
it
and
qualifies as like
A.
an A tier item. I feel like I build a
Yeah.
lot of crown guards because like rods and AD are only crown
It's
guard.
so bad. It's so bad. Like you
Yeah,
might as well
like
put it as A
the
because
Crown
you
Guard
just
the
don't.
item is like it's actually like really mid. It's not that like great on Poppy. It's like I don't even think Thresh uses it that well. Like the units that use it well are Echo on
The
Blitzcrank,
Sentinels,
really.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like
But
Blitz, Echo, and then a tier below that is Poppy. Because I think her AP scaling with her healing is actually pretty good. And then below that
it's
is like
okay, but it's not
Thresh.
one of her like better
Yeah,
items.
and then below that is like Ilaoi and whatever the fuck
Yeah,
else
Live
doesn't
just
use
like doesn't
AP.
use Crown Guard at all.
Yeah,
And like York doesn't. I would pick the item as a B tier. Like it's got its uses, and you slam it a lot, but that doesn't mean like you want to slam it. Like
That's
ideally,
fair.
you just
Mm.
never
Yeah, you
like
don't
if you're
take a
playing AD.
rod.
Ideally, you just
yeah.
never get
You
dropped a
have a
rod.
chain. You're not going for the you're not going
Yeah,
for the fucking.
speaking of that, if you
Yeah,
have a
that
chain,
makes
you're going
sense.
for the steadfast item.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
All right,
Would you-
steadfast.
What do you think steadfast? I think steadfast is an S tier.
It's the best tank item.
Yeah.
Like, it's the most flexible, and it's the most flexible for how strong it is. I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Um,
It's super flexible. It makes chain like one of the best tank components because literally there are no tanks that don't want steadfast.
yep. It scales best into late game. It gives 250 HP, so it's not even bad early game. Just all around best tank item.
It's just really strong.
What do you guys think
Alright,
the
wait.
worst item is?
The worst item.
Rage Blade,
Wait, I don't
Rage
think.
Blade.
Wait, surely it's not the worst item.
Really? You think it's Archangels maybe? GG.
What about QSS?
I mean, it's actually necessary in Riven.
I
Yeah,
think-
that's true.
Okay, I'm gonna slam all those items we just said into the D tier, and we can sort them.
Just slam them all into tier. Like no one, like if you build these items, like you're building for them for tempo. That doesn't mean don't slam them. Like you slam these items sometimes because like you have to. Like if you hit an MF chosen on like 3-1 or 3-2, and like you're streaking, like great, you slam a Rage Blade and like either maybe you reroll MF, but like oftentimes you just like fast 9 into Sona. Like that's fine, you'll live. But if you want to, like, if you're trying to build these items, even like a third of your games, that's a third of your games that you probably like decrease your placement by 2, because these items are just so bad late game. There's obviously situations for all of these, like we mentioned. QSS goes on Riven reroll if you're playing that. JG goes on Jax if you're playing it.
Ginsu's is Bisona.
Yeah, there's like spots for
Mhm.
all of these items, honestly.
Wait, what
but
about this item, Shiv? Like nothing uses this item.
Oh, I mean, it's just pretty
no,
good.
you want it in
It's
Jax.
It's pretty good, Ari.
You want it in Jax because it procs before the first EDM proc. It's fine in Ari. You just toss it on a Lulu or a Seraphine.
Wait, where
That's
does
fair.
it go? It's reasonably flexible. It's pretty good in TF. TF is not a
Oh,
very good
yeah.
comp right now, but yeah, it's probably.
Wait, is it good in TF?
The
This
stats
is
are good
extra
on him,
30%.
but
Oh,
It's
Yeah, I
like
don't know.
whatever. Like,
I
it's
will say
fine.
in TF, the people I watch play TF don't play it super often. So yeah, I think C is pretty fitting. Do you want to know what the worst item in the stats is? By Diamond Plus.
I could guess it's
What
Rage
is it?
Blade.
What's your
It's
guess?
not Rage Blade?
It's not Rage Blade. It's Shojin.
Oh shit.
Where does Shojin go?
I thought it should probably go in C tier.
That would be my instinct as
Yeah,
well.
like it's pretty flexible. It's just the power level of it is so
It's
bad now.
flexible but bad.
It's really
Shojin
flexible and
Shojin
pretty
remains
fucking
one of the
weak.
most flexible items in the game, but Shojin
Yeah.
also remains one of the worst items in the game.
Yeah, like it's not very good on Caitlyn, but it's playable. It's not very good on Ezreal, but it's
Wait,
playable.
isn't it like Caitlyn's worst item besides Rageblade?
Yeah,
Worst
in the
yeah.
performing
stats?
item? But like, if you think about what it actually does, okay, wait, I think if you think about what it actually does, I'm pretty sure it's better than Rageblade. But it's not. It's not very
It's
good.
better than Rage Blade. It's better than Rage Blade on Caitlyn, but
Like Rageblade is
it's
actually a waste
still
of
like a
fucking
very
item.
mediocre item that doesn't do much. Um,
And it
just
kills the tier
along
and
the
the
C
sword.
tiers,
It kills the
I
tier and
toss
the
in
sword.
Titans. I toss in like the traditional tank items like Bramble Declaw, honestly.
Wait, what about Warmogs?
Maybe
Oh, yeah.
the traditional items. I think Warmogs is at least B tier because like their Warmogs is really good on Sentinels. It's really good on Poppy. Yeah, like Warmogs just has like better scaling, in this set than like in a lot of previous sets.
I feel like Warmogs is A tier.
My
Okay.
I think
instinct
it's
is to
very
put it in A
flexible.
tier as well.
That's a fair take.
I could see it as like bottom of A tier type of deal.
What do we even have in A tier? Okay, let's.
Hodge. We can put Hodge in A tier.
Yeah, like Hodge,
Yeah.
Nashers.
Wait, are you?
What do you think? Wait, do you think Nashers is A tier? I think Nashers is A
Like,
tier.
Nashers is really good, but it's really like what comp uses
It's
Nashers
very specific.
that's not called RE that you want to play. Like you can put it on. Like sorry, it's a good item on TF. Or it's not even that good. It's okay on TF. It's not like Rageblade okay. It's like a decent item on TF.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good in nothing else except Senna reroll. Who the fuck is playing Senna reroll?
I could see it going down then. Wait, okay. Do you think
Yeah.
Nashers or Warmogs is better?
I think Warmogs is better.
I like Warmogs more.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Nash.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think Nash is. I don't even think Nash is A.
All right, I'm down. And move it.
I think it's at best B. I think it's low B. Like that's
We might need to
just-
shift some things up. Like for example, I think Bramble Declaw might need to get shifted to the B tier and just
Yeah.
some stuff up. Because I'm
Yeah.
looking through the item list, and there's a lot of items that I'm about to mention that are gonna go down the rankings.
Wait, I think
For
Shiv is
example-
better than Dasher.
For example, Rabadon's Death Cap. You might need
Yeah,
to
that item.
That's probably a
Like,
D
put that
tier.
at the bottom.
Every carry has AP already except for TF and Ziggs. Like this thing was really good when you're playing TF and Ziggs. This thing
See,
is not
it's kind
good.
of good because he actually forgot that like the carry that wants AP most is Karthus, but
Oh,
like nobody
yeah.
plays that Judas.
People don't play Karthus either.
Sag.
And another cool stinker item is BT. Probably same tier as Titans, no matter what tier you want to group them in. It's still really good for the comps that like want it. Like if you're playing Yone, like yeah, you want Titans, you want BT, but you have to be playing those exact comps.
Yeah, it's like passable. Is there any more? The thing is, people really like. It's. I think it's because it's bad, but I've not seen people play Viego or Zed very much as their primary
Mhm.
carry. It's because it's not very good, right? Have people
I
tried to play
mean,
it lately?
the other thing is that like you don't really need BTs that much. Like you kind of just want like Eons.
Eon Hodge. Yeah, Eon Hodge. Yeah, like Eon plus some healing on Zed. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Okay, so
like
Eon,
BT
what do you
just
want for
doesn't like
Eon?
offer the right stat profiles.
Where does Eon go? Eon's
Same tier as BT, I think. It commits you to Zed, really. Viego maybe.
Do you think
Yone, yeah.
BT Eon is a tier higher than Titans? Because I feel like Titans is only good on Yone.
Wait, Titans is good on Poppy.
Titans is fine on Jax, and it's actually like one of Poppy's better tank items. Like it's better than
Okay.
Bramble Declaw for Poppy.
I didn't realize.
But I'm pretty
But,
sure
like, you
Titan
don't love it
Sterak's
that
is
much.
Titan Sterak's Heartsteel is Miss Poppy. But like you can't slam that early because they're not flexible.
Because if you miss
items.
Poppy, you die.
Yeah. Game. Like you need to miss Poppy, or if you miss Poppy, you lose. So, yeah,
Alright,
I
some
think-
other like mid as fuck items. Gargoyle, Stoneplate, and Last Whisper. Where are we putting those?
Oh wait, I think Last Whisper is actually really good. It's just is like awkward to build it, like because Even Shroud is so good.
I'm
It's
gonna
not just
say
that
it.
Eden
I think
Shroud's
it's
so
D
good.
tier. I think Last
The
Whisper
thing
is
is-
D tier. The reason is if you're building Last Whisper, you've gone wrong. Like
I mean, I
so if
generally
you're building
agree.
Last Whisper, you have to play AD Flex level 8. So you can build Last Whisper if you're high rolling, you think you can make it to level 9 to Jhin, or you
Like,
are playing
it's
some
not
kind of
a-
reroll comp.
It's not even
and
that good in Jhin.
you missed Even Shroud, and then you have to put Last Whisper on unit that can't even apply it that well.
Yeah, yeah. If you
Like unfortunately, Last Whisper Kale has happened for me far more often than I would like to
Oh
happen.
god, oh god.
Bis?
Maybe,
No,
maybe.
no. Well, I'm pretty sure it's actually pretty good in the stats, but that's not because it's actually good.
I can agree with the
Yeah,
gargoyle D tier as well, though.
But I don't think Gargoyle's D. I think Gargoyle's
I think
a
it's C
solid
tier.
C. I think it's a
Oh, really?
solid C.
It's
Okay.
like
Like-
Whist on the Sentinels, but like it's slammable. I think.
It's a tank item.
It definitely
like,
stage
after the
2 slime
buffs,
feels really
like-
good.
after the buffs, it's 35 armor MR plus some extra.
Oh, also like the funny thing is you say it's like a really good stage 2 slam, but like stage 2 slam KW.
Okay, that's-
Stage 2 slam.
okay, every once in a while you get those lobbies that are like 7 people are playing the win streak.
Mhm.
Every once in a while. Like 1 out
Every
of
once in
30.
a while. All right, some other items.
Alright.
Sunfire and Deathblade. Where are we putting those?
Who the fuck is building Deathblade? Wait, who? There's
Sunfire
no
B
Union.
tier?
What?
I think
Yeah,
I think Sunfire is very okay.
Sunfire's like low mid B. Like, it red buffs better, but like the frontline version's not bad. It's a decent item. It's good for streaking.
Deathblade is. I mean, it's actually
think-
not that. Like, if you get a free Deathblade, you're quite
Like-
happy about it.
Yeah, it's just that IE mathematically ends up being better on all the.
It just suffers from the same problem as Deathcap, where like all the 80 carries get 80 from the trait.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
useless by any
I
means.
I think B tier is not like bad for it.
I think it's low B if anything. Like,
I mean, we can once we get this stuff, we can like take a look. Something's gonna
Yeah,
stand out.
yeah.
Like that's not right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Alright,
TG is A
so-
tier.
TG is A tier.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
agree.
solid, very solid A
I
tier.
agree.
Yep.
There's so many things you just want to throw TG on, like especially
Especially with chosen meta, like you have some random shit.
like
If
chosen
If you
Yeah.
play
meta.
level 8 comps, then like just throwing TG on me. Like carries is honestly, I think one of the best versions you can play for level 8 comp if you're stuck on 8s.
Yeah, it's really efficient. If you've taken combat augments instead of item augments, then you get they get like healing or attack speed or whatever through your augment, which makes it a lot better.
Alright, some other items: Gunblade and Giant Slayer.
Gunblade.
B tier?
What do you?
Gunblade goes
like,
on a
for
lot of
the-
units.
So Gunblade can go on a lot of units. It's okay.
What do you mean
on a lot
Gunblade
of them.
goes on a lot of units? You mean it goes on Jin and Ari?
Yeah, it goes on Gen Ari. Like, wait. Do you think you're losing the game if you put Gunblade?
I think
on
Gunblade's fine on
Ezreal or
melees.
Kate? Wait. If you put on Ezreal Kate, because it goes on the melees too, right?
Yeah. I think if you put on Ezreal, you lose the game. I think if you put on Caitlyn, you can like kind of get away with it.
With a secondary carry.
But-
Wait,
I'm gonna
think in
be
any
real,
comp, it's
I think
okay for you to
that-
dual carry.
I think that the problem with level 8 is that your carries don't do enough damage anyways.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, you just straight up can't, like, what any level 8 comp that's not named Ari, you can't kill the Jax, you can't kill the Yone, you can't,
Can't kill the
Riven,
Blitz.
and you can't kill the
Yeah.
Blitz.
I think it's probably it's like Deathblade level. I think it's slightly better than Asher's. Because
I don't think I've ever actually built this item on a level 8 flex ward. It hasn't
yeah,
happened to me yet.
you only build an Ari. I mean, if
Right,
you're
the other
playing the
item-
game super linearly,
I'm just
you
gonna
don't
go. I'm
end
just
up
gonna go in order.
building
We
a
have
flex ward.
Giant Slayer next.
Giant Slayer.
Giant Slayer.
If you look at the stats, it's the best.
I mean, yeah,
Item
it has
on every
such-
unit.
super survivorship bias.
Like, what is this good on? It's not good on Ari. It's
Hmm.
I think it's pretty good on Caitlyn. I think.
It's good on Caitlyn, it's like fine on Ezreal. It's
Wait, is it? Oh, yeah, it's okay on Israel. Yeah.
It's fine on
so-
every
like
secondary
fine
unit.
on most carries.
I feel like instinctually I would put it like low B tier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's.
I
it's
like it
better than those
more
tank slams. I think
than
it's better
Deathblade,
than
I think.
Sunfire. Oh, it's better than. It is better than Deathblade. I think
That's
Deathblade
a
should
fair
go at the
point,
bottom of that
actually.
tier. I think Deathblade should go at the bottom of the tier with GS slightly above it. Like, I think they're both. Yeah, something like this. That's what I think is right.
Makes sense to me.
We'll revise this more later.
We don't need to fully order it, but like, yeah.
Oh,
Alright,
we got raided by
Starks.
Sub-Zero Arc.
Yo, thanks for the raid.
It.
Welcome to the
Hey, yo.
welcome to the lab report.
Let's go. Alright, thank you,
Holy.
Sub-Zero Arc. It was actually really
We're
cool
kind of
meeting
doing
him.
a item tier list right now. We're making it live. So here's the secret tech for all the Sub-Zero
Alright.
archers.
Derek's Gauge.
Derek's gauge.
Oh, it's really good on Poppy. It's really good on Yorick. It's playable on the melee carries, but the melee carries aren't very good. Doesn't that make it?
But
like,
just
high
slam it
C?
in C tier. Just slam it in C tier.
Yeah,
So-
I think it
So
goes with all these melee
I'll
items.
make a point here. Sterix is actually a very good item. Like the item
The item
quality
itself
of
is strong,
Sterix
too.
is very, very strong. Like
Yeah.
Steric's case is amazing as an item. The stats it gives, what it gives for your team, it's amazing. But the units that hold Sterics are terrible.
Except for
Like
Poppy
Viego sucks.
and Rogue,
Zed is
yeah.
Zed sucks. You can slam on a Poppy, you can slam on an Urgot. You can slam it on like any unit that has more than like I don't know, like 2.4k HP, and it's better than Warmogs.
Yep.
And even like below that, like it's not even that much worse than Warmogs. Like it's a really good item, even in terms of just the raw health it gives. And
Yep.
on like any reroll or like 2-star 4 cost tank, it like gives like comparable HP to Warmogs. But it's worse than Warmogs early game for these tanks, and it's just really inflexible.
Yeah.
But like if you have a Sterix, like you shouldn't be like unhappy with it. Like the stats it gives are insane.
Yeah, like if you get a free Sterix,
You just
like
put on
from like
Frontwire.
Hearthstone cash out, yeah, fuck it, I'll just put it on set. It's fine. You can have 20 AD. It's not bad.
All right, Runans. I think this item is actually stellar, but it is such a commitment, and then like the components are
I'll
actually
put it in
useful.
easier.
What'd you say?
I just think this item's like actually like really good. It's gone Caitlyn.
Yeah, I think it's A
Ezreal.
tier as well. Like
Perception is A tier.
it does so much damage in the mid game.
Yeah, it's low A or high B to me. Yeah.
Yeah,
Spark?
it's like A tier, but it's like I don't know.
Oh, we
It's
can
like
talk
middle
about it.
and it's forward.
Spark. Poo. I think
Spark?
Spark.
Spark's not even bad. Like Spark's not
Is
a
it-
bad item.
It's better than Shiv, right?
And with the Dazzler boards, like both the Ziggs and the
Tier.
Disco out of the meta, like not like they're out, but they're not what they were the Fast 9 meta. Like this item is quite slammable, I think.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? This thing is maybe not bits, but it's good in Jax. You need shred somehow, and it's good in RE because you need shred somehow. Is it-
It's B tier. It's B tier because Ari actually has a problem with too many rods because
Right,
every
right,
comp
yeah.
has a problem with too many rods.
And it also
Mhm.
kills a cloak as well. Yeah, but like, yeah, pretty much that.
It kill Spark is good because it kills off bad components.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
Rod is for some reason in this meta a terrible component, and Cloak is just traditionally terrible. So like that's whatever. But like
I mean, we're in AD meta. I'm not that surprised it's bad, but also we're in AD meta where Rabadon sucks and JG sucks and
We're in an
Itzy
AD
sucks.
meta where the primary AP carry doesn't really want any AP items.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
don't want fly AP, and JG is underpowered as usual.
I don't know if it's like
Mm.
underpowered. It's just
Wait, JG? I think it's only good. Like it's worse than Rabadon's on almost everything except for like things that
really?
scale with
It's
crit.
better than Rabadon's on Ari. It's better than
Should be
Oh, it's better
better
than Honor,
on
yeah.
all the spell weavers.
But the thing is, you don't want JG on your RE because you're either give in the Sentinel comp specifically. If you're playing non-Sentinel, it's perfectly fine as long as you also have attack speed.
yeah. I mean I don't disagree.
Yeah. All right, what's next?
Morello.
Do you find yourself slamming Morello
I feel
Corki
like
very
I've
much
never
so,
built this
Raiden?
item. Like
I
I feel
don't
like I've not
remember
built this
ever
item.
building this item yet.
It's actually
I don't think
like
it's a bad
Sterix,
item, but I don't think
a
I ever built
shockingly
it.
good item, but no one
Who-
fucking applies it
Yeah, who holds
except
it?
TF.
Like,
TF.
TF holds it well, and Ziggs holds it well, and both those units you don't play very often.
Like if TF and Ziggs were like Giga Meta, Morello would be better, but Morello is not very good.
Yeah,
So
you can like limp slam it on fucking Echo or Mordekaiser. but,
Limp
like,
slam.
like you're not happy slamming that shit.
just put it
I've
in
never
C
been able-
tier.
I-
Yeah,
Like
put a
it's
high
worse
D,
than
put a high
Sunfire for
D.
like almost every.
Put on high D, I'm pretty sure.
Val.
It's like worse than yeah.
Val is C tier, I think.
Yeah, I also have not.
Val
built this
uses
item
two
in
good
forever.
components.
That was actually really good late game though. But like
Yeah.
I mean that's always true. Whatever, just put it.
I think it's like this
It's
range,
but,
like Steric's range.
But
Yeah,
the thing
the-
is like Val
the
is
thing
like
is the
okay, Val
components are
is
so
BIS
good.
Kiana and like possibly BIS Thresh.
Yeah, I think that's true for both. But like you can't know you're playing Kiana or know that you're playing exactly Thresh. I mean, it's not even that bad on like this item's actually acceptable on almost every tank, I think.
Yeah, it's got on Poppy, it's got on Blitzcrank, it's got on everything. I don't know. I have put Val in B tier.
Yeah, it's like a worse.
You
Hearthstone.
can't slam
it's
it
like a
early
reverse
because it
Hearthstone.
takes away your tier. But once you know that you're either not going for a blue buff or you have a blue buff, like Val becomes like one of the better slams.
Yeah.
Like
I like
once you
when-
have your
when-
tier need like secured.
Yeah,
I
I
like
think
when
B
the-
makes sense, but there's
Yeah,
like
it makes
asterisks
sense.
everywhere.
I think,
There's asterisks everywhere for all of these items.
I think it's okay to heavily inflate like the B. Like B should be where most stuff is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean like in a perfect balance state, like this tier list would actually look very strange. It would just only be B tier. Like
Yeah,
if items were
perfectly
perfectly balanced, we would not have an S
Yeah.
tier, an ATC
Holy
tier, or a D
yeah.
tier. We would have
Yeah.
B tier. We would
Yeah.
only have B tier. But the game's not perfectly balanced because it's a really really fucking complex game.
Yeah.
Um,
And
and
even if
even
all
if
the
like items
items,
are balanced, like just like small meta shifts change which items should be slammed or are good. Like
the
we
units are
mentioned,
constantly
like
balanced.
Sterix is actually a very strong item. If like if like Sterix users were meta, then like Sterix should probably get a nerf. But like
Yeah.
it's not meta, so.
All right. What's
Helm,
next?
adaptive helm.
I like high B or low A.
I think this is either, yeah, I agree that exactly with that, but I think it can qualify
Are you
as an A
sure?
tier. But the thing is,
Wait,
like
really?
I think it's better than
Wait,
D
sorry,
for
hold
now.
it's a
on.
bit worse right now because nobody's slamming stuff in stage 2, and most of the time that's when you make this.
Yeah. Okay. So, like, you make this when you have a cloak, because how else do you kill a cloak? Like, you're killing the cloak.
Even shroud.
Okay, thinking even shot, obviously, but
Like
like when
I
you're
think
making
it's
tank
like
items,
really good for the AP casters, but like who are the AP casters?
the AP
Like which
casters.
ones are there?
Oh
The
wait, I
AP
was talking about the
casters.
tanks. I almost never saw this, or I don't send this very often as a backline item.
Okay,
Yeah,
but I
same.
think it's like crown guard tier for the frontline units.
Yeah, I agree. That's exactly where I put it.
I'll put it with the crown guard. Okay. Redemption.
I think it's slightly it's worse than Crown Guard. I think it's one
I think
more.
Crown Guard
But
kills worse
I think crown
components.
guard, yeah, because tier is kind of good.
Wait, Redemption might be a C, like, or it's okay. So like it's not a good first item slam, cause it's scale you require HP to resist somehow, and it's
It
not that
also
good.
is diminishing returns with steadfast,
Yeah.
which is the best
I don't
tank
know.
item.
I think it's better than Shiv. Where do you think it should go? Or like, it's better than Steroids. I'm pretty sure it's better than Steroids because of the flexibility. Like you can put on any tank. Like any tank appreciates having
I'll put it in
healing.
C. I'll put it in C.
Yeah,
I can buy
yeah.
that.
Above Steroids,
I've
sure.
actually made. I feel like I've made this quite a bit. Uh, only when you're not playing something that uses the tier, which
Yeah,
is
yeah,
not
yeah.
often. Guardbreakers, last item. This item has to be at least high B. But it's like
At least high B.
when do you build it?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the thing is,
Like the
I've
item is
not seen
good.
a guard breaker slammed in 10 games. Okay, so this item, it's
I
good
don't
on
think it's B.
it's good on
I think the
Ezreal.
item is good,
It's good
but
on
I think the
Ezreal.
item is so narrow.
It's barely playable. It's playable on Caitlyn. It's like kind of okay on Ari, like kind of.
Like it's good on so let's be clear. The units that this is good on are the multi-target units that have like large AoE. It's good on TF and it's good on Ezreal. These are the units it's good on. The problem is that
It's
you're
good on
if you're
Karthus
angling
too.
TF
That's
Ezreal
fair.
flex, you lost the game.
Yeah, it's kind of troll.
Yeah,
Or you convince me.
I mean it's good with
Do you
Shiv.
think it's better or worse than the melees?
It's way
I think
worse
it's the
on the
same. Not on the
it's
melee. I think the tier is
I
the
think
same
it's
actually.
equal.
Yeah,
Behind
You can put
Redemption,
it slightly you can put it slightly ahead of the
yeah.
melees.
You put it ahead of the melees, like the Sterak's, Titans, BT, Eon, that kind of shit.
Is there anything that stands out? Because Broseph was starting to mention something with Nashers and Shiv.
Like the thing is, Shiv is bad for item economy is the problem. That's why you never see that thing slammed. Because in AP you need the tier, so and you want blue buff playing AP. So when the fuck are you making a Shiv when you get your third tier? Like that's it. But you also need the bow for
your third
Nashers.
tier and your second bow.
Yeah, your third tier, your second bow.
Two most contested carousel items.
The thing is like if you lost streaked into it, it's actually not that hard to get it.
That's true. Yeah, because then
Like
you have a tier, you
because
take a
you
tier,
secure your
natural
second
tier.
tier off second carousel and then like from then you can make whatever.
Yeah. I think it looks mostly right to me.
Yeah, I like it.
I think if we're I don't know. I think Shiv is actually a decent item, but that like but it uses good components. I think Deathblade has a similar issue as well, because the first sword should go to IE a lot of the time. Because even the early even the early game
Yeah,
carries.
Deathblade maybe should be moved down to C tier.
I think it's a C
Deathblade
item.
is
That's
like
gonna feel a little wrong.
Deathblade is like it's just hard to make.
Yeah, it's hard to make.
Wait, isn't it like here, like with the Guardbreaker type of deal?
Yeah,
Where...
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's actually
It's just
better
hard
than
to make.
Guardbreaker on the units that it's good on, like the 80 units it's good on. So yeah, it probably fits around there. In an 80
Okay.
meta, that seems pretty reasonable.
Last thing before we put a pin in this, do you want to let's sort the S tier items.
Oh,
I think red buff is
okay.
the best.
I think red buff is the best item because if you slam a blue buff, if you're going level 8. Okay, wait. Blue buff doesn't. It's not. So there's Annie that's good with blue buff. I don't think there are any other reroll comps that go with blue buff, right?
Let me look through the units real quick.
I mean, you can put it
Not
on.
really,
You
no.
can put it on
Like it's
stuff,
just
but it's
Annie,
not something you want
or
to
you're
build.
or you're putting it on
Vex
Akali,
or Akali.
Ari, Akali, Ari,
I
or
okay,
Ezreal.
okay.
But
I'm gonna. I think blue buff is still number one because the difference with and without blue buff is just so massive.
Yeah.
That's true. It
And
enables comps.
like
even be
unfortunately, like blue buff literally unlocks some comps, and like
Ari.
you can
Ari.
technically play Ezreal without blue buff, but if you take a look at the stats, you'll realize that like no blue buff Ezreal is like so much worse, and
Yeah.
you need to compensate it with like a reasonable amount of attack speed.
Yeah, the thing is, blue buff is both your
It's also
AD item and your damage amp item. Like gives you
I think
half a
it could be
GS.
BIS true damage Akali as well. Like it's BIS Jhin, it's BIS Ari, it's BIS Ezreal. It might be BIS Kayn and Kiana as well.
Yeah.
All right. What about the tank items? Which of them's better? Or not? Not that even Shell's like particularly a tank item, but like is steadfast something you build more? I feel like IE is the third item.
Uh-huh. I actually
think
like
that's
the order right
reasonable.
now. I think
Yeah,
this
this looks
order is
reasonable to
actually
me.
the order to me.
I think
It depends if you
can
value
debate on
flexibility
these.
more. Yeah, like it depends if you value flexibility more or the strength of the item. Like I don't even know that even shroud is particularly strong. It's just that the role it fills in how you play the game right now is very, very good. Like you need exactly
Okay,
a thing
let's
that
be
kills
fair.
cloak.
Even
This
Shroud
is-
is not even particularly strong, but the problem is Last Whisper sucks on some of your AD carries. Like Ezreal
Because of the
really
bug,
can't use
right?
Last Whisper very well. Huh?
Because
No,
of
it's
the
not
bug.
because of the bug. I don't
Okay,
think
I
it's
don't think
because of
it's
the
a
bug.
there's no
bug.
bug with it. There's no
Oh,
bug
that's
with
it.
it.
Well, okay. I didn't realize that was intended design.
I mean, that's how it
It's
reads
just
to me.
that for anyone not clear in chat, Last Whisper like does not apply before you apply damage, so therefore Ezreal's third shot does not benefit from Last Whisper in any way, unless like it's been previously damaged by Last Whisper.
For example, if Ezreal third ult hits like a backline Caitlyn, the armor shred will not be applied on the hit on Caitlyn.
So because Last Whisper is unbuildable for Ezreal, unless you have like a secondary carry, and even then like you just don't apply on backline, you have to get Sunder somewhere
You just have to build it. Yeah, you just have to
to
build
play
it.
the game, because unfortunately Sentinel Ari is a comp in the game, and if you don't have any form of Shred Sunder, you lose the game.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, the alternative is like you find a true damage spot. Sorry, you need Shred Sunder or true damage spot. You need one of the three.
Yeah. Is IE better than having shred? IE is more
Um,
flexible to have, or it's not even more flexible. You need the shred first, or you don't need the shred first. But IE is a lot weaker if you don't also have
I think
shred.
IE is more important.
Yeah.
Also, IE is like actually really flexible. Anyway, I play a lot of country from IE slams.
Wait, isn't even shroud fine for like every comp that you would build IE in? You also need even shroud.
Oh, like you can make Last Whisper in country,
That's
for
true.
example.
That's true. Yeah, that makes sense.
And if you get and if you make an IE first, and then you get a true damage spot, like you don't need even shot at all.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. This seems reasonably correct then.
I like it. Okay. So one last thing then in our meta discussion, I have a tweet from Dish Soap here. It says, "Been a lot of yapping about the game recently, and I didn't want it to be left out. Overall, I think the game is in an acceptable state. Outside of balance, the things I have issues with, bag sizes, accelerated leveling, power of streaks, PvE drops, are basically all side effects of headliner chosen mechanic. TBH, I don't think they can do much, maybe bag size increases, but I can actually see how that can lead to 4 cost 3-star degeneracy. Think I'm just not a fan of headliner / chosen mechanic, but good thing sets are only 4 months long now, Copium. For me, Augment TFT is still the most fun game out there. Just personally hope they don't revisit this mechanic for future sets." So what do you guys think about these mechanic changes? Bag sizes and chosens particularly.
I still hate back sizes.
We were talking about that
And the
earlier
chosen
today.
mechanic needs a slight rework. Okay,
Okay.
so this is actually really funny because I actually spent 2 hours today yapping in lobby 2 about this. I I mean, understandably, there are a lot of people who are frustrated about like this aspect of the game. How like Chosen's rapidly drain the cost pool of something, of certain units, and more important than that, like the Chosen mechanics with how you can't hit a Chosen if over half are out of the pool, and with how there's only 11 or not 11,
10.
10 for cost in the pool, make it so that it very if you roll like even second, sometimes you like third, or if you roll third for a comp, or if you roll second and like some people picked up your units as they're doing the roll down just in case they didn't hit their primary carry, it becomes sometimes literally impossible to hit the Chosen for the unit you want to hit, which really decreases your expected placements if you're rolling for like RE Chosen, or if you're rolling for Sentinel Blitzcrank and you literally can't hit Blitzcrank.
Do you think increasing the bag size but making it, or changing the headliner rule like alleviates a lot of these problems?
I had a thought
Wait,
yesterday about
it
in one of
does.
the conversations where like I think like they did like a when they did the headliner lockout rule change, if they had done it slightly differently, where if you had a certain amount of copies that locked you out, but like because there are a certain amount of copies out of the pool, like the point is to remove the 3-star, so it makes
Yeah.
sense like if you have over half of them that you can't hit the chosen, but it sucks when okay so and so has 5 Aries. I need to play Ari. Like I need to find something. Yeah, it feels really bad to be on the receiving end in those scenarios when you're not even the one who's limiting the bag size.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's like a small concern with that. It's that like, say it's in current state, like three people grab Blitzcrank Chosen. Say TF is balanced again, um, and then like Ari is also good. Like three people grab Blitzcrank Chosen, and you literally cannot hit Blitzcrank.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
Period.
as long as you can play Poppy in that comp, I'm pretty sure that it's not that bad.
Can you play Poppy in either Blitzcrank, in either Disco or Ari right now?
Oh, I think you can get away with it in Disco if you have one. If you have one Blitz. If you have one
Okay,
Blitz, I think it's okay.
I think it's kind of sus, but we'll see.
I mean, yeah, you probably won't top four, but like, you probably won't bot two if you have Poppy chosen and TF2.
Mhm.
Hopefully.
That's a comment on like bag sizes though, right? As opposed to the
Yeah.
chosen lockout, because that can happen if everybody just had a 2-star blitz, even if none of them are chosen.
Yeah.
With the 10
But
pool,
the thing is, what
it
happens
happens a lot
if
faster. Yeah.
chosens don't happen is that so say everyone 4-2s it and you for some reason 4-5 it, or like, or if everyone 4-1s and you 4-2 it, um it can't be that by the turn you roll you literally cannot hit
Mm-hmm.
like a single blitz, or there's literally one left in the pool, but it's really really hard for you to hit a blitz. What usually happens without chosen is that like people like accumulate their units. Like they don't generally like hit like their 2-star 4 cost on that turn, because it's kind of hard to hit a 2-star 4 cost if you're choosing with 20 30 gold, let's say 30 gold. Like so generally like if multiple people are contesting a comp, like one person like three people have like blitz 1, but with chosen it becomes very easy to hit your 2-star.
Yeah, there's just six out of the pool. Yeah, with chosen, a lot of people have, or not a lot, but like reasonable amount of the time, there's six out of the pool. After 4-2's all done.
Which like kind of to the point of the tweet makes rolling one turn later so bad,
I mean,
so
this is true
bad.
in every meta. It's true in pretty much every meta. Like if you remember the level 9 meta, if you rolled if you rolled on 5-2, you were too late to hit the good 5 cost chosen. Like you were too late. There were no Zigs left in the pool. There were no Ilawis left
Yeah.
in the pool to hit. Like you were just lost.
I mean, in my case, I think the chosen mechanic is still interesting. I think I overall like I'm happy I got to experience it, even though I think there's like a lot of pain points with it. I think that like chosen mechanics do like encourage like big pivots. But aside from this, like I have a few more things to comment about chosens. I actually really dislike how early game is played with chosens. The fact that someone can just high roll like a Senna chosen or a Garen chosen on 2-5 in win streak metas makes it so unplayable. Like, say you scout the lobby on 2-1, you recognize that you're the strongest by far because you have like, say, a
A
Kisanti
Corki
2,
chosen.
a
Or no.
Corki 2. Um, even in a win streak meta, it becomes very risky to take augments that like force you to a win streak. Like I don't know why you'd ever take consistency to win streak, but like you couldn't do it. Like Cruel Pact becomes Cruel Pact oftentimes loses in stage 2 if you've like ever seen people take Cruel Pact, because if you fight a Senna chosen and you didn't find a chosen yourself, your board is just weaker because board strength swings so heavily in like a couple of rounds. Because in general, like board strength early game is like so determinant on the upgrade and the star level and cost of your like the unit you put items on. Like obviously you want to upgrade what we call, the shitters, like the other stuff on your board.
It's multiplying the item
But like
power. Yeah.
if you have a Senna 2 and you slammed your items on the Senna, like you're not losing most rounds in stage 2.
Yep.
As long as you have some frontline, yeah.
If you have any frontline upgrade or just like any frontline.
And that's just, I think that's gonna be a pain point for me the entire set. Like you can see like a spot on 2-1, you'll be like, okay, this is like a guaranteed 5 streak. Like I don't know, I have Corki 2, a Kaisa, a Kisanti 2, and a Garen. Like that board in any previous set uh should oftentimes be like a free 5 streak, especially if you scout around and you're like, okay, everyone else's board sucks. But chosen mechanics make it so that if you low roll your chosen when you're level 4 or level 5, and they don't, it kind of gets kind of dicey.
Yeah. I do think though, in the flip side, it does make it I think it makes playing Lost Streak more interesting. Maybe not more interesting, but it makes it more viable, I think, if you can play it around Chosens well. Because then you can just roll on 3-1 or 3-2 to spike your board and then gain the HP back, or gain gain the HP back that you would have lost on stage 2, being on stage 3 rolling for the Chosen. I think. And
Yeah,
like
one
it was
opinion that
interesting to
I
see.
read is that chosens as a mechanic like heavily promote lost streaking, because
Yeah. You can come back so
um
easily. Yeah.
yeah,
Restabilizing your board is super easy.
Yep.
I was terrible at the game in set 4. Was it like that as well? Like, did we have any
So
sort of open fort
the
thing like
thing is,
this?
about a third in China, yes. I remember very specifically in China, yes. For here, it wasn't so common all the time. However, partly it was because there was like a one cost reroll meta for like multiple patches in a row, so like that you just didn't full open.
People were also just way worse at the game back
Yeah,
then.
we did not optimize it nearly as well back in set 4.
I
And
was
like
told that
the rules were
I
a
was
lot
told
more opaque as well.
like there was like an open fort spirit meta or something. I don't
Yes,
know.
yeah, or there was Open Fort Spirit and there's Open Fort Zed, that you could play around, but it had to be
Huh?
those comps. Otherwise, you couldn't come back hard enough well, back then you took a lot more damage on stage 2, so it wasn't as viable back then as well.
Mm.
Oh yeah, like Heike, the like the damage thing needs to get changed back.
They reduced it
Taking
this
do
set,
less
right?
damage. Hmm.
By
Yeah.
one?
Yeah,
Four
you take
four
one less
units is
damage
one
for your
less.
fourth unit, and
You know
honestly, that needs to come back.
you used
That
to
needs to
take
come
10
back.
damage for losing by 5. You lost by 5. You lose 10 HP, back in set 4. So
And now it's
yeah.
8?
Yeah, it also
Now
it
Now
was
it's
it's 8. Yeah.
yeah. 8.
yeah, for 5 units it's 8, and then it was also more expensive to go level 8 for basically the same chosen odds. I think the 4 cost chosen odds didn't change on level 8, so but it's a lot cheaper. So if you lost streak, you have enough money to go 8 without
Yeah.
yeah.
A lot of that set revolved like what our 4-2 level 8 now was back then was a 4-1 level 7 because that was when
You could hit
4 cost chosens were found.
and then after they changed that, but that was like for like a good third of the set. After that, you would go 4-5 level 8 for your Kale chosen, or your Warwick chosen. I think.
Trindamir,
Dream, yeah,
Olaf.
yeah, the Slayers too, yeah.
I was so bad back then.
Are these people all talking about some units
so
I've
funny.
never heard
Oh,
of?
and Asol. Oh my god, Asol was so cool. I love playing Asol.
I remember watching your ASOL YouTube guide back in the day.
Wait,
Actually,
what
Oh,
cost was that
dude.
unit? Is that a 5?
he was a 4 cost.
He was a 4 cost. He was the guy who like
He
charged
just
up,
breathed
attacked,
across the board.
and then he breathed
He did
across
his
like
whole-
diagonally across the
Oh,
board. Into
okay, yeah,
Yeah,
that
no.
was a cool unit. That was a
Yeah.
cool unit.
Yeah. I mean, it was cool playing it. It was not cool playing against it if they just one-shot your backline carry, which is what you were supposed to do.
I played 4.5 for like 11 games. All I remember about that set, it's not even the ASOL. I just remember RFC Recon.
That was not a real
Yeah.
tech. That was troll, but like it was fun to play.
Wait, really?
So it was a barely
God.
It was a barely playable item. Like
That's
if you had an
sad.
RC,
I mean, isn't it just
Okay.
like a take it off stage 6 carousel kind of item?
yeah, or like a stage 5, I have 2 bows and nothing to kill bows with in my AP comp.
Alright, admittedly, I only played 4.5 for 11 games, and like all I remember is like people hyping up this like new RFC Recon tech, and I was like, oh my god, it
It's
looks so
not
cool.
tech, man. It's a way to kill 2 bows. It was also, I mean, it gave you 3 extra range, so like it gave you 2 extra range. It was
Alright.
broken. I mean, Rakana was broken, yeah.
We're talking about an old set now, so I'm gonna move us on to the next section. We're gonna play lolguess.
Okay,
Lol,
it's time.
guys.
Holy,
Alright.
holy.
You in the audience, feel free to flame us because we're gonna argue about this and potentially suck. I know that I personally am terrible at this, but Broseph claims to be pretty
Wait.
good. So
Can we check all the ranks but not check the region? I think the regions makes, or I don't know. I think it's better to play it in NA.
I already pre-clicked NA. It's okay. I'm down
Okay,
to put all the
cool.
ranks on.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna put like if someone's playing Iron, we better know that they're fucking Iron, like surely.
Holy.
I know Weijin doesn't play with Iron, but he plays Bronze Plus.
Okay.
I
you
know.
guys
Because
want to? This guy's level
Iron
10.
has like a lot of weird games where like it's like first games on a
Okay,
Smurf.
move level 10 up to the
Okay,
top, like just default.
First thing I'd like to say is that this is probably Masters Plus.
Yeah, the augments look very good.
hmm
The item quality specifically looks really good.
I think this is GM. Okay, we'll talk about that later. But okay.
Level 10
This guy's
wins.
10, like full 2-star.
Yo,
everyone
put the
built his
Ari.
whole
I'm
board.
pretty sure the Ari board goes in the bottom. Is that unless it's not binary? I'm pretty sure Ari gold.
Wait, what?
Ari board.
Yeah,
Like the sixth place goes to 8th, I think.
teaming up level 8, 0 gold.
0 gold Ziggs on board. Like I'm not sure it's 8th, but like I'm generally sorting it first.
And he has gold left as well.
And very, yeah. I like that.
And
Okay,
the cybernetic bull crashes. Are you sure this is Eve? They have bulk.
No, I'm not sure. I'm trying to organize this.
Maybe
This,
it's
this
the
guy looks pretty
Caitlyn,
shitty too.
the cut above board.
Country board probably
Okay, that might also
did
be
not
8th.
go top
Yeah,
bot 3
Yeah, I don't think like country probably didn't go bot 3.
because they have too many upgrades to have gone bot 3.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
looks kind of
agreed.
bad too. The one with the Lulu with items.
Yeah, that one's not looking too hot either. Blitz 1, 3 tank items. Like those 3 are bot 3. I'm pretty sure.
I'm
Like,
done with that.
I'm pretty sure this is bot 4. Like we're looking at the bot 4 right now. Like I think. Yeah, I'm pretty confident we're looking at the bot 4.
I think
Except
the Caitlyn might have gone last.
This one, the current 5th place,
The 1-star gamer?
Yeah.
or the
Oh,
current 8th
the
place.
2-star one.
Oh wait, this guy has 2 threshes. That's kind of interesting. Like, he
Okay,
looks
you
like
know what
he
the-
actually has a good amount of front line.
I don't think they went 8th.
The Caitlyn has like
Wait.
double even shroud Mord, 1 item Ezreal.
I'm gonna be
Like-
cringe real quick. Do you know how you giga sweat
Yes,
this?
you count the items.
You count the number of items and
No, we're not doing that. No. Like if you soft count it, it's fine. But if you actually like hard count the amount of items everything has, like no way.
I mean, they have the same. These two.
I think
Uh,
I
don't
think the
think
third
the-
place
I
board
don't-
goes
I don't
second
think
for
the
what
Ca-
it's worth. The
I don't think the
third place
Caitlyn
board
board
is so
was
upgraded.
yeah, the
Yeah.
third place was
I think
definitely
these
better
are the,
than
I think these are the
than the
top
second.
two.
second place is
The 2 York 2s.
yeah.
I think it's possible that the second place board actually won. Like I
It's
know
true
that the
damage
first place
stat,
has
that's-
like
well, they both have
no
damage stat,
first
but-
place also has true damage spat, but like second place's items just looks like slightly
Why does
better
this
to
guy
me.
have even Shroud Sona? From Kiana?
It's your
From
from Kiana.
Kiana.
From Kiana.
Oh, I think that might be a giveaway actually.
Oh, I think they go first then.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I
First
think
place
it's a
it
giveaway.
It
It
keeps
shows
the
the
items.
shows
items.
the
They're
thing.
not dead, so they have the unit holding the
Also
item, so.
the other cheat is if someone has super fan in and it doesn't show the super fan item, they
No
went
one
first.
has super fan in, man. Like
I
no one has
I
super
know,
fan in.
but sometimes it helps out in like the lower elo ones.
This
I'm
guy
a
has,
little
has
chess
summoned, this
beast.
guy has summoned 2 Ginsus.
Yeah, but they have
Wait,
no
I'd
front
like to
line.
say
Their front line's
I think
so
fifth
bad.
place. I think fifth place went eighth. Just look at their board.
He does look pretty bad.
Poppy
They have
won.
Zach on
Zach
board.
won. Ezreal won. With a
Yeah,
fun
Yeah.
I believe it. I
Yeah,
believe it.
I
I believe it.
can
I
believe
believe
it.
it.
I can believe it. I can believe
I
it.
think that's eighth.
Like the
Seventh.
2 Thresh 2s are 2 Thresh 2s.
I
are
don't think
these.
it's.
I don't think it's that either. I think it's this
I don't
guy.
think- I don't think-
The binary Ari.
The binary are without
The
binary.
binary, no binary Ori.
But I think it's like this. Like, okay, and then put the other Ari on top of that one.
Wait, does
His
Caitlyn
front line's
1,
not that
Jin 1
strong.
cook this hard? Like, does it even have enough
I think-
DPS?
I think that Ori board
I think the
on
Ari's
average
safe.
does better than the Caitlyn board.
Yeah, I agree.
I think the bot 4 looks pretty reasonable.
I think Country might be third. They have 3 as a crowd. But then their front line's not very good.
Because the other
Like,
thing
but also
too is
they have
I could
good
believe
bounty
I could believe that one of these guys stabilized really low and died to one of each other. The people that are currently top 3, while the country was stable enough.
Like
to
obviously
beat Browns.
third place is by far the weak. Like their front line's just bad.
And
but
normally
is
the
it
country's
so
playing
bad?
from
It is-
ahead, right? The country's playing from ahead where they have HP to bleed.
Oh, I don't know if
With
that's
bounty
true.
hunters, I don't know. I surely they took it because they gave them Country on 2-1, right?
Mhm.
Like I would put Country third.
But the one thing
Okay.
that throws me off is they don't have Thresh 2. But
I mean,
suppose
There's
it's got,
a guy
because they got
holding 6
fucking Yoinks.
Threshes. No, there's a
Wait,
guy
does
holding
6
6
Thresh?
Threshes, and then there's 2 Threshes in first place.
They don't have Thresh 2, they're stuck on Momo 2. Like, do you ever think the front line just...
No,
Like,
they
what's
have
the
Threes
more
Attack.
doing on
I
that
actually,
board?
I actually.
Oh,
think it's
Oh,
okay.
for Threes
Threes.
Valley, for Threes Valley. Okay.
That actually makes sense. They're level 8. That means they actually like hits and they win 8.
They hit
so,
and level. Yeah, I'll put them third.
I think third is reasonable.
This guy's 6
Caitlyn
true
being
damage.
fourth is.
I think it's pretty clean that this is a second.
Yeah.
The Trinity
I think one two is clear. I mean, it's possible that like second place like died to the first place, like, but like it's really hard to know that.
Okay, this is what I would feel
This looks what I would
reasonably comfortable
on.
guessing.
Alright.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about rank? GM?
I think it's GM. And
I think
this
it's-
honestly might be Challenger. Honestly,
The one thing that throws me off is that the Samir build is too cookie cutter from before.
with the LW.
Like, who tries for LWGS IE?
are these all in this patch?
Yeah,
Really?
I think so.
Okay.
Also, the double even shroud mord is a little weird. But that might have
Like,
been like a hard steel cash
I'd say GM. I'd say GM.
GM is fine. Yeah, fuck it, just put in GM, whatever. This feels like GM. I feel like Challengers will play better than the bot 4 in this lobby. I think. Yeah, I'd go GM.
Alright, lock it in.
All right, lock it in.
Down
Play
send it,
this
down
100.
send it.
Yeah, send
How
it.
do we
Send it.
do?
Down send it.
Boom! Oh, close. We're actually so close. We're actually so close.
Wait,
Wait, I
we
can't see
actually
it, I can't see
cooked.
GM.
92.
Oh my god.
3, 4, 7, 8. Okay.
We're kind of good at this.
Wait, this is actually insane. Okay, I was
Country
wrong about the
went-
country board. Yeah, I was
Country
wrong about the
went
country
fourth.
board.
I
Country
think
went
went-
4th, 7, 8. Wow.
Oh my god.
This is the best score I've seen, I won't lie to you.
4 mines
I've
are
got
pretty
one.
good.
One
Woohoo!
perfect.
Alright. We run one more, or how many more do we run?
No, we're doing one. We're doing one.
Alright.
All right.
Wait, 92?
92
That's
is
pretty
pretty
fucking
good.
good.
We can be happy about that. All right, we have one last major thing to talk about today on the podcast. Let me just pull that up. The lab.
I have to ask.
Yeah,
Why did the person in 7th not spend their gold? They have 18 gold left with this board.
Oh. I don't, they're not going that, I don't know, like...
Okay, whatever. Moving on. That's the last thing I'll say about this. Very suspicious.
All right, we have an announcement today from the lab. The lab is hosting our very first tournament, the Lab Tourney 001.
Woohoo!
Let's
go.
Lab Tourney.
This tournament is going to be a charity tournament we're hosting in January 20th and 21st. If you go to our Twitter, if any of the mods in chat can like link the Twitter or something, or like even the sign up form, I should have set up a bot for that before, but I forgot to. Yeah, it's on the 21st in January. We're gonna be having a 64-man tournament on day 1 and cutting down to 8 players for a day 2 checkmate format. What do you guys think about it?
Oh, I'm ready. If I can play it, I'm playing it. No cap.
I think I'm casting in it, as far as I understand. Full mission, I was not the one who like planned a lot of this stuff. I kind of passed it off to other people, XD.
Yeah, I'm
But
definitely
I'm excited to do
pretty.
what I can for the tourney.
I'm also pretty
And I'm
hands
really
off
hyped
with
about what you're doing.
this. I've been helping out here and there, but
We have a lot of great people helping to run it. We've got
I-
Boise's helping us out.
I think on the day of the event, though, you might be surprised at how many of you guys are somewhat involved in something at least.
Mhm.
Like like you said, Rain's casting. I mean, we're planning to have a few lab members playing it, but not too many, I don't think. So we can mostly have like the public entries. We've had so many signups already, like so many signups already. I'm actually
We
astounded.
released it. We got 67 in like 5 minutes. I was like, I thought we were gonna get 67 like over the total course.
I was definitely blown away.
So if
Yeah, we
anybody's
got like a
watching
lot
right
of attention, and
yeah, sign up.
Holy.
Sign up. Anybody who wants to sign up. We probably will be generally doing our cutoff based off of rank. So some of you might not get to play, but we might expand the tournament depending on like what type of signups we have. So just bear that in mind.
Yeah.
Anything else we need to mention about this? It's on the 20th. We'll be announcing like the player list on the Discord that's in the sign up form. Yeah, Lab Tourney.
There's
All
a
right.
small prize pool plus a big amount that goes to the charity of the winner's choice at the end.
we've raised around $1,300. And we're donating about half, I believe,
It's exactly half
to
right now.
charity.
Yep.
Yeah, it's exactly. We're donating half to a charity of the winner's choice.
If anybody has like good recommendations for charities too, like we're still looking for the list that we're going to finalize for the competitors to be able to select from, but we're always looking for feedback. Yeah, just tweet at us or write a Twitch chat. Any of those things, we'll probably find a way to see it. By the way, we'll also be uploading this on YouTube, so if anybody in the comments has suggestions or we're interested in all of your thoughts or all that.
We have odds on, right?
Yes, VODs are on this time.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, last time the VOD did not happen. All right, so that's all we have as like official content for this episode of the Lab Report podcast. If anybody in Twitch chat has any questions, we're down to take some for like the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, bet.
Anybody got a question? Preferably like a human one.
Oh, I'm pretty sure someone's gonna type in Sumigif with a question right behind it.
Define human.
No,
Serious
no,
question,
no.
not trolling, and not a meme. Sorry.
Oh no, what have I started?
Who is the best streamer skill-wise?
I mean,
The
it has
best
to be
streamer?
Soap. On wait,
Let's
Wait,
see.
within the
Like,
lab,
the
within the
skill
lab,
of their
or outside of
streaming?
the
The skill of the streamer.
outside of
the
the lab?
Thoughts on Weird hitting rank 1 for 2 seconds? He's really good at Yone. I don't know. He's really good at Yone. He's really
good at
Yone.
Yon, and he won't leak the tech like Madge.
And he won't tell people what he's doing. He's gotta start streaming. Wait, he's not a streamer. I need to watch his VODs. I'm pretty sure I watched his VODs. I would figure it out. No cap.
Holy. I
gotta
mean, Bruce is
be.
definitely the best at like ratting and coughing other people.
No, that's not true. That's not true. Actually, that's very true. That's my strength.
He folded instantly. He didn't even try to defend himself.
I mean, like, enough to it. That's like your strength. Like, you're really good at taking other people's tech and optimizing it.
I don't even know if it's
I mean,
optimizing.
for what
Like,
it's
just
worth,
understanding it.
I don't think that's like I think that's one of my strengths as well. I think I'm pretty good at.
I think it's really hard to
Yoink
even
the
have the
tech.
opportunity
Yoink
to
the
innovate
tech.
something in general. Like there's only so many things that can even be done. Like it happens so rarely that something new really springs up. Most of the time it's like the new thing is just like, oh, they found the correct way to play this thing that either was good before or like wasn't being exploited properly.
Yeah, I would say Broccoli definitely exploited true damage spat better than most people in that tournament.
Mm-hmm.
He was very good, at least for among NA players. Maybe EU knew about it far before us, which I think at least the best players that were there had some read on it.
It felt like even in like during that lobby, like that true damage meta like exposed itself. Like other people will realize like, oh wait, this guy's going true damage. Oh okay, I got it.
I have a smat. I know what I'm supposed to do. I just put it on Caitlyn.
I mean, like I think that people are sensing with like other true damage holders at least now. Like now there's
Yeah,
true
yeah.
damage Ezreal, woohoo, and sometimes true damage Zed, occasionally.
He is a crowd diver.
All right. I think we're not getting any more questions unless somebody's got one last one, but I think we're going to end it here. So that's it for episode 2, Lab Report. It's been Vanilla, Dan, Broseph, Rain. Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Everyone, thanks for again for the raid.
Sub-Zerg.
Oh yeah, thanks
And we
Sub-Zero.
hope to be making more of these.
Yeah, get ready to watch the
We'll-
pause
I
version
don't
on
know.
YouTube.
We'll probably
again.
do another episode right before the tournament. So yeah, follow the stream if you want to catch that. We'll see you next time. Later.